The state legislature fails to act on the governor's election request, so the polls will be open tomorrow. We'll have a live report. And the debate over using an anti-malaria drug for fighting COVID-19 has erupted at the White House. We'll have the latest.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now. Tomorrow in-person voting is set to go on as scheduled after the legislature failed to act on proposals that would move it to an all-mail election. Amy Reed joining us live from the Capitol to explain what we saw this morning. Amy?
The Capitol was open to the public briefly today, but that was all it needed. It only took a few seconds for the Assembly to adjourn again without action.
I move that the Assembly stand adjourned until Wednesday, April 8th at 10 a.m.
That was the chief clerk of the Assembly making that motion, adjourning the special session that would delay the election. It is set to reopen on Wednesday, the day after in-person voting. The Senate did the same. The timing of these meetings wasn't clear. We were told by the Department of Administration the Capitol would open at 9 this morning, then at 8:30. We were told it opened at 8. The inaction by the legislature was not surprising. In a joint message on Friday, the leadership of both chambers sent out a release saying that they maintained that the election should be held on April 7th, tomorrow.
Amy Reed reporting live from the state capitol. Thank you, Amy. Dane County is reporting 7 new cases, bringing the total local now to 287. Nearly half of all cases are affecting people between 20 and 44 years of age. Statewide, there are more than 2,300 cases, with Milwaukee County reporting the highest number with 71 deaths. Statewide, 9 people have died as a result of coronavirus complications in Dane County. One of those positive cases is in Dane County, is a Dane County inmate. This will be the 3rd case in the jail. The man was reported to now be in a segregated cell. As for the other 2 inmates who had previously tested positive for COVID-19, one was released, the other has recovered and remains in jail. Governor Evers and state health officials will have a briefing on the latest state developments in the coronavirus situation. We'll bring you that in a special report here on News 3 Now at 1:30 this afternoon, both on air and on Channel 3000.com. The debate over using an anti-malaria drug not yet officially approved for fighting COVID-19 has erupted at the White House. President Trump says he believes doctors should start using an anti-malaria drug to combat the virus. Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
Americans are preparing for what health officials say will be a particularly deadly week in the coronavirus pandemic.
The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment. It's going to be the hardest moment for many Americans in their entire lives.
President Trump says he thinks doctors should use the drug hydroxychloroquine to treat patients who've tested positive.
You have to go through your medical people, get the approval, but I've seen things that I sort of like. So what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I have common sense.
But the doctors leading the coronavirus task force are advising people to slow down.
There have been cases that show there may be an effect, and there are others to show there's no effect. So I think in terms of science, I don't think we could definitively say it works.
A new report from the Department of Health and Human Services Inspector General says hospitals across the country face dire shortages of the medical equipment needed to combat the pandemic. The report says it's not just masks and ventilators that are in short supply. It's also thermometers, disinfectants, cleaning supplies, and toilet paper. The president says the government is sending gloves, gowns, and masks to hospitals.
Many more fully loaded cargo planes are right now on the way. 3 big ones landed today. And these supplies are being distributed directly to the hospitals and healthcare providers all across the nation.
But the report says many of the supplies already delivered were out of date or defective. And it adds hospitals reported that changing and sometimes inconsistent guidance from federal, state, and local authorities posed challenges and confused hospitals and the public. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And a spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services says the agency is working day and night to support local communities. Well, the PGA has rescheduled most of the major golf tournaments for later this year. They say the Masters Golf Tournament will be held in the middle of November. We're not sure if the azaleas will be blooming with winter right around the corner. There's a chance for some showers this evening. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dana Fulton has a look at your first WARN forecast. Hi, Dana.
Hey, our rains bumped back just a little bit. That's some good news this morning. We did get a little bit of sunshine, now some cloud coverage building in. So this afternoon, our skies are steadily going to become mostly cloudy. Here's a live look with our Edgewater sky cam. No rain right now pulling up on our radar. Temperatures were already close to 60 degrees, and we're going to stay in the upper 50s, close to 60 through the afternoon. Once the clouds build in, it really holds our temps in a pretty steady spot. Again, here's a look at our Doppler track right now. A few thunderstorms into Iowa, but nothing in southern Wisconsin. The shower chances will develop later this evening, and we're looking at a better chance for thunderstorms tomorrow, Mark, and that's also going to include temperatures hopping into the low 70s. So a very mild stretch to start off the week. We'll look at that full 10-day in just a few minutes.
A taste of what's to come.
Yes.
All right, Dana, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With Passover and Easter right around the corner, we're sharing a holiday special main dish that'll earn you rave reviews. And we're not horsing around.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new Leaf Guard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how Leaf Guard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get Leaf Guard. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your purchase. Call now to set up a free estimate.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap, foil made in the USA since 1947.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
When it comes to food, there are certain flavor combos that go together perfectly. Think about peanut butter with jelly, pancakes with maple syrup, and a hamburger with ketchup. Another combo that I love is horseradish with slow-cooked beef brisket. And with Passover and Easter upon us, it's the perfect holiday recipe to share. We start by searing a brisket in a bit of vegetable oil until both sides are well browned. This is what's going to give our beef its nutty, rich taste. Next, we take the beef out of the pot and add sliced onions. We'll cook these until they start to caramelize. At this point, the brisket goes back into the Dutch oven along with some beef broth and a few cloves of garlic. Now, we cover it and into the oven it goes until it's fork tender. Before serving, we'll take the beef out to rest and deglaze the pot with more beef broth and some grated white horseradish. Now all that's left to do is carve the beef across the grain and serve it with our flavor-packed horseradish sauce. Talk about mouth-watering. To get the recipe for what we call our braised brisket with horseradish sauce, just visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a holiday special way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Rain on the way. We'll find out exactly when. Coming up with Dana's first warn forecast. Stay with us.
To the insurance company on claim number RU786-VB09 and classified as a motor vehicle wreck, injuries to non-wage earner. Well, insurance company, my name is John, and that non-wage earner was my 9-year-old son who will never be the same after being hit head-on by a distracted driver. It's nice to meet you.
Insurance companies are in business to make money.
The way they do that is by paying you less than you deserve. If you're hurt, you need Bowler & Vaughn on your side.
Do Judge Jill Karofsky's weak sentences risk our safety? After a serial abuser and child predator shot a woman, Karofsky went easy on him, letting the monster off with only 8 years. When a violent criminal with a handgun and bags of drugs viciously assaulted a female police officer, Karofsky went easy again with a slap on the wrist, giving 2 years probation instead of prison. See the pattern? Tell Judge Karofsky no more weak sentences.
Hi, folks. Tuesday morning, we are previewing Wisconsin's spring primary election with lots of questions still about how it'll be conducted during the pandemic.
That plus the latest on confirmed cases in our state tomorrow morning. See you beginning at 4:30.
For the latest coronavirus reports and breaking news, watch News 3 Now and go to Channel 3000 to sign up for our daily email newsletter. Get the facts and tips to keep your family safe. News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, stocks are higher after some of the world's hardest hit areas offered sparks of hope that the worst of the coronavirus outbreak may be on the horizon. At the noon hour, the Dow is up almost 1,200 points. The NASDAQ is up 407. The S&P 500 up 12. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here today with today's Ag News. Pam?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I've been bringing nothing but bad news lately. If you want to have a little fun, hopefully put a smile on your face, pop on over to my Facebook page, Fabulous Farm Babe. My fellow farm broadcaster, Caitlin Riley, brought me a video of what many of us do in the spring, and that's let the dairy cattle out on pasture for the first time since the long, long winter has concluded, and it's just fun to watch those Jersey cows get out there and feel the grass under their feet for the first time. So if you want to have a little lighter moment in your COVID-19 day, go on over to Fabulous Farm Babe and take a look at that video. You know, a lot of our agriculture groups have had to transition quickly to online living, and that was the case on Saturday with the Wisconsin Beef Improvement Association's annual bull sale. They sold 48 bulls, and online they brought in an average of $3,135 per animal. The top selling Simmental went to or was from Arndt's AA Simmental in Janesville. That bull sold for $5,750. The bulls that sold on Saturday ended up going to farms in Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Texas, as well as Nebraska. Well, unfortunately, I am following up on more bad news. Over the weekend, we were working on stories. Ellsworth Co-op Creamery, you might be familiar with their cheese curds. Well, they have sent letters to their dairy farmers notifying them they better cut back on milk production, or better yet, think about exiting the industry. Ellsworth Co-op Creamery Board of Directors is offering dairy farmers that want to exit the industry their dividends, their patronage dividends, basically going back to 2010 right through 2019 in an effort to try to help give them a little bit of a buffer if they decide to exit. Marv Halleck, who's a Mondovi dairy farmer and member of the board, says if they can't get their arms around supply, then they are also going to be forced to dump that milk. I've got details and conversation with Marv on my website now, MidwestFarmReport.com. Just a quick update on what's happening in food news for a Monday. I'm Farm Director Pam Yankee. You be safe.
We will Pam you as well. Here's Dana now with your forecast.
So far this morning, things have stayed pretty dry outside. We did get a little bit of sunshine, but now a little more cloud coverage is building in. Temperatures this afternoon are above average, mid to upper 50s. Shower chances are going to develop later this afternoon and this evening. So our rain chances have really bumped back. That's, again, good news. We get to enjoy a little drier weather for most of today. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms possible for Tuesday, though. A little bit of a rain chance on Wednesday before we get back to all sunshine for the end of the week. So right now the cloud coverage is building in. We are going to have a few isolated showers late afternoon, better chance overnight to see more scattered rainfall, and we could have a few thunderstorms overnight. So you could hear a few rumbles of thunder, but we don't have any severe threat for tonight or for tomorrow. We're going to keep those stronger thunderstorms down into Illinois and Indiana. For early Tuesday morning, we're still mostly cloudy. Our breeze coming from the south, and that's really going to help us warm up in the afternoon. High temperatures will be close to 70 degrees for Tuesday, so likely going to break that 70-degree threshold for the first time this season. Again, severe weather potential for Tuesday is really staying to the south. A slight risk for severe weather in central Illinois and Indiana, marginal risk into northern Illinois, but none of that crosses our border. We're just looking at the chance for those scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. Rainfall totals will stay highest south of the border, south of the Wisconsin-Illinois line. We are expecting totals to be right around a quarter of an inch for most of the area. Some isolated areas could pick up just a little more than a quarter of an inch, but not expecting a lot of rain to come through for tonight, Tuesday, and into early Wednesday. These totals go all the way through the day on Wednesday, so not a lot of accumulation. That's still good news. Even though we're starting to get closer to where we should be for this time of year, a lot of areas still have a little bit of standing water in the fields, so to get things really dried up and not have too much rain come in, especially heavy rain right now, puts us in a pretty good spot. Our precipitation trend towards the end of our 6 to 10 day outlook, not a big increase, not very likely that we're going to trend above average, and that's good news, again, giving things an opportunity to dry up, but not likely that we're going to see any dry stretch coming through either. Temperatures overnight only dropping to about 50 because it's going to stay so cloudy outside, so a very mild start to Tuesday. Showers and isolated thunderstorms possible overnight, and then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy with some rain chances expected. Temperatures will be in the low 70s for afternoon highs, and we're going to see our temperatures on Wednesday drop back just a little bit, close to 60, but that's still above average. Plan on variably cloudy skies with a chance for showers during the day on Wednesday, and breezy conditions for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, especially if we have any thunderstorm chances on Tuesday. We could see some wind gusts pick up just a little bit more, but not a big concern for wind for the next few days. And by the end of the week, we'll get the sunshine back for Thursday and Friday.
Enjoy this afternoon. It's awfully nice outside.
It really is nice outside. Again, the rain timing's kind of bumped back a little bit, but that's a good thing. I'll take that. That's fine.
April showers.
Yes, they're here.
Bring May flowers. All
We're,
right,
we're getting there.
We're getting there. All right. Thank you, Dana. And spring is here, and if you're anxious to get a little gardening done, Linda Barch will be taking your plant questions next. 270-9933 is the number to call. We'll get to your questions right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Infinity Windows and Patio Doors from Marvin are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with J.D. Power.
The only place you can get these windows and patio doors is at the Ganser Company. Schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Ganser is the answer.
Go vote for Justice Daniel Kelly.
Who is Dan Kelly? On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly rejected stronger anti-corruption rules and then ruled repeatedly in favor of his own wealthy campaign donors. There's a better choice. Jill Karofsky is a trial court judge, a former prosecutor, a victim advocate, and a mother of two.
On the Supreme Court, I'll make decisions based on the law and its impact on real people, not corporate donors.
Tough, fair, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
I'm Kelsey Grammer. My dad was gunned down at his home at the age of 38. 6 years later, my sister was brutally raped and murdered. When my father's killer was released, I found out through the National Enquirer. It seemed like a cruel joke. In my sister's case, I have been allowed a voice in the parole hearings of her killers. But that's not always true in Wisconsin. Marcy's Law ensures equal rights to victims and their families to be informed and heard. Please vote for additional rights for crime victims. Vote yes on Marcy's Law.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you as we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Get a 90-day deferred first payment on every new Toyota. Contact your dealer for more information. Toyota.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Infinity Windows and Patio Doors from Marvin are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with J.D. Power.
The only place you can get these windows and patio doors is at the Ganser Company. Schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Ganser is the answer.
Linda Barch from the Bruce Company is on the phone, ready to take your calls at 270-9933 if you have any plant or garden questions. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Mark. I'm good. I hope everybody got outside this weekend and did some gardening.
Yeah, it is beautiful out there, that's for sure. Let's go to the phones. We'll start with Janelle from Blanchardville. Hi, Janelle.
Hi. Question about the asparagus patch. First, can you use preen on the asparagus patch? Second, can you use bark to mulch it with?
All right. I would want to check the label on preen before I would use it on asparagus, since it's a food crop. And I would definitely, bark certainly would be something that you could use on asparagus to keep the weeds down. But this is a good time to do some weeding right around the areas where you know the asparagus is going to be coming up, because it's moist, the soil is still moist, and grass and stuff is coming up very easily.
All right, let's go to Christine in Partyville. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question has to do with some arborvitae that we planted last year, the green, the tall ones.
The emerald green. Mm-hmm.
And most of them came back very nice this year, but they were planted in mulch. A few of them we planted with stones surrounding them, and those few have turned yellow. So I was wondering what we could do to help them.
And they were all the same variety?
Same variety. We got them at the same place. The last ones that we planted in a stone landscape, we planted later in the year. But they're the same variety.
Okay. Usually I prefer bark mulch, but usually stone mulch is just fine. It's just that with the rains that we had, but arborvitae are one of those plants that actually like going into the winter decently hydrated, so enough moisture. Give them a little bit of time, because even though they're a pale green, as long as they aren't brown, then they may still come back, and you could do a little bit of fertilization, but I don't think that the stone mulch should be a problem long-term on those plants. They're pretty adaptable.
All right, just give it some time, maybe. Let's go to Scott now in the Dells. Hi, Scott.
Hi.
What's your question?
The question I have is, what's the most favorable time to transplant hostas, and can you split them when you're transplanting them?
Okay, hostas are just poking, depending upon your exposure. The little pits, the little heads are just coming up, so this is a great time to transplant them. And this is the best time to split them because you will cut them, and then the plants, when you plant them, they will open up and look normal. If you wait till they leaf out and then you start to cut them in half, you're going to have flat-sided plants for this first season. But if you divide them now, this is an excellent time to do that.
All right, Harold in Poinette. Hi, Harold. What's your question?
I was wondering when the fern-like their shrubbery, that they're soft brittles on them, can you trim them now or for a hedge?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure. So you say the foliage is nice and soft?
Yeah, the foliage on them. You know, you're supposed to trim them like a ball.
Okay, perhaps does arborvitae sound right? Globe arborvitae, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, we're past real cold weather, so you can start to prune them back if you would like.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Harold.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let's go to, who do we have next here? We have Liz in Hillsborough. Hi, Liz.
Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon.
What's your question?
I would like to know how to repot a very old Christmas cactus.
All right. The trick is to get a soil that is appropriate for succulents. Don't use garden soil, and don't even use regular potting soil. Use something that has a little bit more coarse texture because it is a succulent, so you don't want it to rot. And then don't upsize it into a pot bigger than 2 inches larger than the current pot, because otherwise if you add all that soil and water it, then the roots have not permeated that new soil, and there can be rotting that occurs. But this is a better time of year to do it as we start to have more sunlight and better weather. This is actually a great time to repot.
All right, spring is here. The grass is starting to green up, so I think we made it over the hump.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is. All right, Linda, we're out of time. We'll get your calls next time, folks. We can't put you off on the air with Linda, so thanks for calling in. Thanks, Linda. Here's one final check of your forecast.
So right now we're watching the cloud coverage built in. There's still some pockets of sunshine for some areas, but we are getting mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon, and that's going to lead to shower chances developing later this evening and overnight. We'll have scattered showers, a few isolated thunderstorms. Tuesday will be quite mild. High temperatures will be in the low 70s for the first time this season. Thunderstorm chances for Tuesday afternoon, a chance for showers on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday we will stay dry with the sun returning, but temps will drop back below average to the upper 40s. Right now the weekend looks close to average with temps in the low 50s. There is going to be a small chance for showers Saturday and Sunday, though, and next week looks like partly sunny skies for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with temperatures staying close to average. Not expected to hit 70 degrees again anytime soon once we get through Tuesday, though.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a safe afternoon.